Yeah, I mean, whenever we do something, I mean, someone's going to be in charge, right? It's going to fall out that way, or we're going to ask someone to be in charge. But someone will be in charge, yeah, and there's a chance that that person will screw up. And but it's better to go with the person who's in charge as long as things seem to be going along more or less, and we can kind of help keep things going along. There'll be extreme situations where someone might have to be removed, and then you always want to do that in kind of the gentlest and with the kind of smoothest transition possible. And again, make that as not as big a deal as you can. And yeah, but I mean, the more we just accept that someone has to be in charge instead of thinking, whoever's in charge, we have to keep an eye on him. He's obviously going to try and boss us around. He's going to try and take over our lives or whatever. Yeah, we could de-escalate all of that stuff. And a lot of that, it comes from democracy, right? The more you think about, the more you're obsessed with democracy, the more you're always worried about, does this guy really, did we all choose this guy? Did we, are we still choosing him right now? If we had a vote now, would we vote for him? If we had another vote 2 minutes from now, would we still vote for him? I don't know about that. What are the arguments pro and con? What do you think? I mean, all of that ultimately kind of just generates opposition and generates resentment, and usually over nothing, right? If there's a real problem, then you wouldn't have to set up some separate discussion, to talk about it. You would kind of see it in the process of whatever work you're doing, right? And then you would kind of refer to that specific problem and not try and turn it into a problem of like legitimacy. When there are these breaks in continuity in human culture and human society, it's always a problem, right? That's like, again, that notion of linguistic presence that Gans came up with in early on in the origin of language, right? That's the most terrifying thing, that continuity of meaning would get broken in some way. That's the most terrifying thing, and we could say that this is, so really more cultural and social energy needs to be devoted to ensuring continuity than anything else, right? And here again, this is what puts us very much at odds with again almost any of the discourses, right? I mean, everybody wants to be a revolutionary, right? Everybody wants to be, institute some new radical break from everything, right? That's almost kind of the way you have to talk about things at this point. And so, in a sense, we're kind of turning all that around and saying, yeah, of course, things change, and sometimes we want things to change. Ultimately, maintaining this fundamental continuity is the most important thing that humans need to do. And we should talk about it, and we should kind of organize our culture around ensuring as much continuity as possible instead of organizing our culture in terms of disrupting continuity as much as possible.